Hello and welcome back to the 6th episode of Aao Baat Karein, presented by Arjun Tandon Films. हमारे आज के गेस्ट का यह मानना है कि पैशन और डेडिकेशन से कोई भी मुकाम हासिल किया जा सकता है। ये साबित करने के लिए उन्होंने अपना आईटी करियर पीछे छोड़कर अपने पैशन को अपनाया और आज इनकी गिनती हिंदुस्तान के टॉप 10 मेल रॉक सिंगर्स में करी जाती है। ही स्पेशलाइजेस इन इंग्लिश बट इज प्रोफेशन इन हिंदी एंड बंगाली एज वेल। और हाँ, ये ना सिर्फ एक सिंगर है पर एक राइटर, एक्टर और मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर भी है। तो चलिए स्वागत करते हैं हमारे आज के मेहमान का, जिन्हें आप टू ब्लू के नाम से जानते हैं। वेलकम टू ब्लू, वेलकम टू आओ बात करें। How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for having me on your show. It's a privilege, you know.
It's my privilege to have you on my show.
We've been grounded for a very long time, so I'm happy to be with you because when I met you, I said that human beings cannot really live in isolation, and I really meant it. I'm very happy to see you. I'm happy to see your extended crew. so I'm very happy to be talking to you.
Same, the pleasure is all mine. So, Two Blue, we all would like to know that how your name Two Blue came in limelight. So we all know that your real name is Tirthankar Poddar.
That is correct.
So how Two Blue?
Okay, okay. Let me answer it. Two Blue is actually just alphanumeric incarnation of a very common Bengali name. So if you Google R.D. Burman, and you will definitely land on his Wikipedia page, and you will see somewhere in the first 4 lines that his pet name was also Two Blue, but that he preferred to be called Pancham. So then once he made it, he was called Pancham Da. And coincidentally or otherwise, R.D. Burman and I, we are from the same town, Agartala.
Okay.
So Two Blue is a very common name there and in West Bengal. So like, I remember this one time, like when I was a kid, we were traveling to Kolkata, and at the airport, my mother had lost me for a little bit. As in she, kids just run away all the time, not a kid, full of energy. So I just ran away somewhere, and she's like, Two Blue. And there's this lady who works there behind the desk, all beautifully dressed up and made up. She said, Amar chheler namo Two Blue. It's like, my son's name is also Two Blue. So there was this great bonding moment between two mothers with the children with the same name. So yeah, that's Two Blue for you.
ये बच्चे जो दौड़ जाते हैं ना, मेरे साथ भी हुआ है ये। और मेरा तो इतना फनी इंसिडेंट रहा है कि मेरे को भागने की आदत है। सो जब हम लोग, मैं मम्मी बाहर गए हैं, तुरंत हाथ छुड़ा के मैं भाग गया। और एक बार तो मतलब मैं खो भी गया था, तो वो अलग स्टोरी है।
गर्लफ्रेंड है? गर्लफ्रेंड जिस दिन आपका रहेगा, भागना बंद कर देना बस।
वो देखेंगे क्या होगा। गर्लफ्रेंड तो नहीं, तभी काम पे फोकस कर पा रहा हूँ।
Yes, that is, yeah. But देखिए, on that note, balance का ज़रूरत होता है।
Exactly.
So work is very important, but so is love. And I know right now all the love in your life is in your work, but it also has to be balanced somehow. Work is very good to have, but so is a partner. So think about it. There's no pressure. You are young, so you have time. But सोचिएगा.
कमेंट्स में लिख के मुझे प्रपोज करना चाहती हैं लेडीज आउट देयर, यंग ब्यूटीफुल। मेरी बहन पीछे देख के मुझे बहुत हंस रही है मेरे पे।
The extended crew, remember the extended crew
of mine. Okay, Two Blue, हमें ये बताइए कि क्या बचपन से ही आपको एक रॉक सिंगर बनना था, एक रॉकर बनना था?
You could say yes. देखिए, I'll explain. Now times have changed. अभी for every specialized interest, or specialized interest, is there such a... Anyway, but for everything that a kid is interested in, एक subject होता है अभी. Like if there's a course, there's a curriculum. So if somebody wants to be a professional chef, it's fine. There are culinary courses on that, and you can go deep into it. It's an ocean out there.
Exactly.
It's limitless. हमारे time, if somebody says मेरे को खाना बनाने का है, I want to do this professionally. हाँ? खाना बनाने का है? So my time, you had to either be a doctor or an engineer. That's it. In Agartala, Tripura, I taught my class all the time, but that seemed like it was out of necessity. Otherwise, my parents couldn't go out of the house and socialize. they would be like hiding in the house कि अरे बेटा इस बार second आया. so they cannot step out. So like, oh, my father was a doctor, so that doctor's son is now first, and अपना तो ये तो गया, मतलब his life is over. So in that situation, you know, you don't have just one true calling sometimes. So if somebody asks you, बेटा बड़ा होके क्या बनोगे, you don't have an answer really.
Exactly.
Because the options that everybody wants to hear are only two: doctor, engineer, and you don't really see yourself fitting into them. So it's okay, because there's a very strong phenomenon of talented people called multipotentiality. So it's like you are not the master of one thing. You are good at several things. So when a kid has many potentials or many talents, he's confused. उसको बोलता है तुम बड़ा होके क्या बनोगे? He has no answer. So as a kid, Amitabh Bachchan movies were very popular in India and everywhere. Even now they are very popular. तो उनको देख के बोलता था like, wow, look at this guy. He's fighting the bad guys. He's singing, he's dancing, he's got the voice, he's doing everything that I want to do. तो क्या बनने का है तुमको? अमिताभ बच्चन बनने का है. So now in hindsight, if a psychologist has to now sit with me and talk about my childhood, he will probably identify the intersection between the many fields of talent or creativity. So multipotentiality will again come to the forefront. So singing to karne ka hi tha, but I didn't really know I would be a rock singer until I heard Highway Star in a Philips commercial, Philips powerhouse commercial, like 2-in-1 बोल के एक चीज़ होता था. अभी तो सब कुछ एक टैप करो और म्यूजिक आ जाता है. तो 2-in-1 में मतलब रेडियो भी है, डबल कैसेट प्लेयर भी है, इधर से इधर कॉपी भी होता है. तो वाओ. तो दैट एड had Highway Star by Deep Purple in it. And when I heard that voice, Ian Gillan's voice, I thought like, how can a man sing like that? What are those screams? What is that note? I mean, it's not even humanly possible, because I was 13 or 14 years old, and तो ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? But then over time, over many years, accidentally, someday you are so happy, so then accidentally you make that sound, and you remember that note. अरे ये तो ऐसा सुना था. I sounded just like that guy. And then you realize that there's a technique to it. It's called the falsetto, head voice, and whatever. You understand the technique, but then it shouldn't just be about the technique. You marry it with emotion, and then it changes your life. तो हो गया है अभी. Happy accident.
अच्छी बात है. So was it difficult to convince your parents about your passion?
Yes and no. My parents have always been very supportive, but supportive in the sense, I don't blame them. Like if you have spent a large part of your life in a remote corner of the country, nobody's going to say, "Chal, padhai chhod de, main hu." Nobody's going to say that. Particularly in a middle class background, middle class setting, they will always say that, "Beta, padhai karo, side mein ye bhi karo. Get a job, side mein ye karo. Otherwise, life is going to be very difficult." And then there'll be many people brainwashing you. Like, like no girl is going to take interest in you, whatever. So engineering karna pada, MBA karna pada, and all along I was just strumming guitar, not going to class, but somehow managing to either get high marks or topping, or at least not failing. तो वो सब खत्म करने के बाद 14 साल कॉर्पोरेट जॉब किया. And corporate job के time, my parents were thinking like, okay, he's living his dream now. He has a day job, और side में band भी कर रहा है. And band at that time was Vayu, like, you know, there was Parikrama and there was Vayu, like so close to each other. Close. And Parikrama was like the 7 or 8 piece band, violin, yeah, whoa. और हम लोग 4-piece rock band, but similar music. So whoever couldn't, okay, it doesn't sound right, but whoever couldn't afford Parikrama were getting Vayu. Or they were just getting Vayu because they liked Vayu. So ऐसा बहुत time चला. I played at IT, like I remember distinctly. I played at IT BHU Varanasi. Played at another this thing NIT Warangal. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'm just about reaching. No, sorry. Saturday, Sunday I played, and Monday I fly directly to the project review meeting, and I'm like, it's physically tiring, but my mind is not here. Right. Physically I'm here, but I'm thinking of the college kids that I played to. तो उससे कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. वो सब छोड़ के अगर पैसा ना भी रहे तो भी आपके पास you will have something in your heart that's more important than money. So that change is never easy. No parent is going to be instantly approving of it. Well, come on, man. These are parents. They have invested their lives in you. Whatever they have done for you is I mean, nothing compares to that. So they are not just going to, हाँ चलो ठीक है. No, it was like, you know, I lost my father a long time ago, like 12, 14 years ago, 12. So then, at that time, I was still having both the lives, like feet in both boats. It's not going to serve you very well. Though, well, you lose a parent, so single mother is already worried. And then one day you come home, instead of calling up from the car, you come home and say, "Ma, मैंने नौकरी छोड़ दिया है." And she bursts out crying. So it's not easy, but we are laughing all the time now.
Right.
You know, the pandemic has put a stop on a lot of revenue streams. So an artist or a musician or a singer or any band or anybody, anyone, yeah, you know, your work has been put on hold. So for a live performer, if there is no audience, there is no food on your table, there is nothing. But we are still laughing every day. We're watching episodes of The Office or some other funny thing, and mother and son are laughing every day. So, you know, wealth and abundance doesn't just reside in your bank, it resides inside. So we are fine. You are fine. Look at you. You're smiling year to year. You are working on a day like today. So you are rich, and I'm glad I've met you, because it has been said that we rise and fall to the level of your association. See, I've met Arjun Tandon. He's rich, evidently rich. He's smiling. He's smiling. I'm smiling too. So we're both rich. You are rich. Thank you for watching us. So, sorry, I always give long answers for short questions, but it's only because I like the question. So दिल से जो आता है वो रख लीजिए प्लीज.
ये शो ही हमारा दिल से बात करने वाला है.
अरे ऑफ कोर्स.
कोई स्क्रिप्ट नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है.
थैंक यू.
जो दिमाग में है, जो दिल में है, वही बोलिए.
थैंक यू.
तो जैसा कि आपने बताया टुल्लू कि जब आपने अपनी मदर के सामने ये किया कि आई एम लीविंग द जॉब.
या.
व्हाट मेड यू लीव योर जॉब? लाइक व्हाई?
देखिए there is this song by John Mayer. The chorus goes, with half of my heart. Everything is with half of my heart. So जो करना है वो पूरा दिल से करना है. Half of my heart से मेरा नहीं होगा. और वो भी इतना मेहनत से कर रहे हो. आप उधर 12 घंटा दे रहे हो, 16 घंटा दे रहे हो, 18 घंटा दे रहे हो. Sometimes 48 hours. You're sleeping on the office floor. Now here's the thing I've learned over time, that over generosity is never appreciated. Over generosity is interpreted as a sign of weakness. तो आप दिल लगा के काम कर रहे हो. आई नीडेड टू बी ट्रू टू माई सेल्फ. अभी पैसा का डर से या इनकम का डर से मैं वो करूँ तो ये तो फिर वेस्ट हो गया सब कुछ. वो जो बचपन में सपना देखा था कि अमिताभ बच्चन बनने वाला है, तो वो ऑफिस में काम करके कैसे अमिताभ बच्चन कोई बन सकता है. तो ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि मैं अमिताभ बच्चन बन गया हूँ, बट एटलीस्ट आपसे बात हो रहा है अभी, अच्छा लग रहा है. तो कुछ तो किया होगा सही.
अच्छा हुआ कि आपने वो स्विच किया.
Of course. Oh my God, नहीं तो मर जाता. I would have been a very bitter old man. I'm 45 years old and I smile. A lot of I'll be polite. Men and women don't really think that I'm 45.
Yeah, actually, even I don't think that.
How sweet. Thank you. So it's because I'm happy. I do what I love, and I do it for the people I love. And I'm not going to lie that I know everybody that I'm working for, because I've been working for a while. So it's not possible for even the cabin crew members to know everybody that they've served.
Exactly.
So over 10 or 20 years, I've served a lot of people by performing live. I don't remember every face, leave alone remember every name. But I know that मेरा होम लोन जो रीपे हो गया है उन्हीं लोगों से हो गया. तो
कहते हैं ना कि एज इज जस्ट अ नंबर बाय हार्ट.
या.
दिल से जवान रहो.
अरे वो तो बहुत जवान.
अरे चलिए हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. तो टुल्लू, जैसा कि हमारे कुछ दर्शक जानते भी हैं कि टुल्लू सिर्फ एक सिंगर नहीं, एक एक्टर भी है, एक राइटर भी है. तो
कोशिश करता हूँ.
तो उस बात पे आप कैसे मोड़े, वहाँ की जर्नी के बारे में बताइए.
हाँ देखिए, वो कॉर्पोरेट करियर के टाइम में भी I had a writing stint. I had a writing stint for about 9 months. तो वो टाइम I was writing for the e-learning industry. In the e-learning industry, there's a lot of, it's a very templatized structure, very predictable, so that it's almost like it's foolproof. तो click next to continue, ऐसा कुछ लिखा दिल से, फिर click next to continue से तो वो emotion खराब हो गया. So I said that if I have to write, this is not the kind of writing I want to do. But in the interview, when they took me in, I was discussing Pink Floyd and bands and things like that, and the guy took me in, the big boss, and later one day at lunch he told me he used to be the drummer of his band, and I realized, oh, no wonder he saw something in common. There was resonance and he took me in. But the projects were light years away from real creativity. अभी किसको ऐसा कॉपी पेस्ट करके थोड़ा चेंज करके क्लिक नेक्स्ट टू कंटिन्यू टेक्निकल राइटिंग करने का, तो वो छोड़ दिया. सो राइटिंग वाज ऑलवेज देयर, बट the more life you experience, the more highs and lows you see, the more heartbreak, the more pain, you are richer with experiences. You see life and death, your mentor goes away and you cry, so you can write about everything. And I believe that if there is no tear, if there are no tears in the writer, there are going to be no tears in the reader. It's for any form of art. If the actor is not crying, if the actor is not feeling the pain inside, the viewer is not going to feel anything. तो जो अंदर feel होता है, you have to like strip yourself completely. Like metaphorically, you have to be naked to the person who is about to experience you, and you have to bare your soul, and then whatever is inside you, that will get transmitted to the person who is either reading you or watching you live or on a screen, and will feel something.
Exactly.
तो writing पहले से था. अभी acting चालू हुआ with when I came home and I told my mother that job छोड़ दिया, and she burst out crying. So that lasted a long time. Your mother is not a machine. She is going to keep crying every day, every hour, every waking hour, because माँ तो होते ही ऐसे. माँ तो माँ है. माँ is going to be invested in her child, and the child never grows up for her mother, for his or her mother. So suddenly a legendary singer, Nandu Bhende, he passed away, and I was invited to sing at his memorial concert, and he had played Judas in Alik Padamsi's 1974 production of Jesus Christ Superstar, and that's my dream role. Like all my जो Ian Gillan का बात किया था थोड़ी देर पहले. It's beautiful how everything points in the same direction. Yes. So Ian Gillan, the highway star story that I told you from the Philips commercial, Ian Gillan was Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar. Okay. So since I was already a fan, मैं बोला अरे he sang all those high notes even in Jesus Christ. ये तो मेरे को भी करने का है. And suddenly I get invited to Nandu Bhende's memorial concert after his passing. Very sad. He wasn't even very old. He was just in his early 60s, and his family was close to me, so they invited me. तो उधर जाके मैं बोल रहा मेरे को इयन गिलन का याद आ रहा है. अरे Jesus Christ Superstar, wow, I could feel the energy, that something is going to happen, something is about to happen. And like, see, when you vibrate at that frequency, you become a magnet to miracles. So I felt that something is about to happen. Suddenly मेरा गाना खत्म हो गया, आलिक पदमसी आया, तो मैं बोला अब भी आया ये देखो, अभी मेरा गाना खत्म हो गया. But then there were two memorial concerts. The first one, he missed my performance, and the next one on Sunday, he was there, and I didn't know he was there. So I sang Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin, Gino Banks on drums. Wow, what a time. And I got off the stage, and some guy comes up, hey, hi, Tublu, hi, I met you at Malad. And so I'm thinking again about that air hostess. She meets so many people, but you cannot really remember. You have gratitude for everyone you've served, but abhi sabko, to main, hi. And he says, okay, I'm the assistant director for Alik Padamsi. मैं बोला and then he says, so Alik is bringing Jesus Christ Super. I'm like, oh God, he's bringing Jesus Christ Superstar back, and wanted to know if you'd like to audition. So I'm like, oh my God, chaliye. So I went to Alik, and Alik being Alik, he just threw his weight around a little bit. Yeah, I'm bringing it back. So yeah, nice singing. You know, audition. Someone will be in touch. तो मुझे लगा कि great opportunity to step out of the house, because I'm unemployed, broke anyway. At least my mother will think that I'm trying. She'll at least pause her tears for a while. तो गया ऑडिशन दिया and I sang Judas's opening song Heaven on Their Minds.
Mind is clearer now. At last, all too well, I can see where we are.
Very challenging song for a lot of singers. But अभी देखिए मैं बचपन से इयन गिलन का फ़ैन हूँ तो मेरे को आदत पड़ गया वो सुन के वो चैलेंज मीट करने का. And then as I grew up, I accidentally stumbled upon that technique कि वैसा आवाज़ कर सकता है. तो मैं गया assistant director, associate director, a lady called Carla Closher Singh, like she's an American now living here, and oh my god, deep respect to her. She said, "Sweetie, you need to warm up, those are very high notes." And I'm like, दिमाग में बोल रहा, I didn't say like, do you even know me? I can hit those notes with ease, man. So but anyway, I sang with my eyes closed and fantastic, but I got feedback from that guy who saw me in Malad, the assistant director, a little self-important. तो उसको ज़्यादा information दे के लगता था कि वो brownie points ले रहा है, तो he's important. तो वो बोलते, see, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but since you're my friend, I'll tell you. So he tells me, they loved your singing, but you sang with your eyes closed. Actors are meant to emote with their eyes. तो मैं बोला, actor? मैं तो गाना रिकॉर्ड करके दूंगा आपको, फिर आपका एक्टर आके लिप सिंग करेगा ना. Are you crazy? You have to play the part. मैं बोला क्या बोल रहा है? I've never acted. They will train you. तो उधर से चालू हुआ, and then show after show. Wow. So yeah.
वो हाई नोट अभी
नहीं. The speakers are going to blow up. You know, people. But yeah, it's on YouTube. It's a song called Heaven on Their Minds, or मेरा नाम है Too Blue. You spell it with a 2, BLUE. You can find it.
Too Blue.
Yeah. You can.
Okay. So अभी हम सवाल तो पूछते रहेंगे, वो तो सिलसिला चलता रहेगा. अभी मैं आपसे कुछ अनोखे सवाल पूछने जा रहा हूँ, which will be in rapid fire segment.
My God. Okay.
So, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, brace yourself. So, answer in one word for the following.
My God, one word. Okay, I'll do my best.
Your inspiration or your role model?
2 words. Ian Gillan.
Okay. As expected. Rock music for you is?
A religion.
Okay.
2 words.
Rapid fire. 2 words. Your favorite song?
Too many. 2 words.
Oh, okay. Again, 2.
Yeah, because see, the thing is, it's like a writer will not have just one great book that he or she loves. A movie critic will not just have, or movie fan will not just have one movie that he or she loves. So it's just limitless. I mean, and the thing is, there's a song for every emotion.
Exactly.
So and a human being is not made of one emotion. So, sorry, it is just too many.
No,
आपका टाइम खत्म हो जाएगा, मेरा बात नहीं खत्म होगा. If you have to say.
हमें तो बात खत्म करनी है, हमें तो चलानी है, तभी तो है आओ बात करें.
Nice.
Okay. Your best performance so far was when and where?
One of the most memorable, IIT Bombay 2005 Live Wire, because that's where I saw my heroes in the Creed and Parikrama perform before me. And that night I was on that stage with Vayu and like big crowd. I'm like, wow, एकदम मतलब आंसू आ जाता है ऐसा. So something else. And whenever I do this, it's just like, okay, to bring myself back. Otherwise, you will see me crying. So I don't want that to happen. So when I do that, it's like, okay, snap out of it. People are watching. So
Yes. Moving on. Your first paycheck for your first ever rock performance.
yes, beautiful question. I'm really grateful because that's a very emotional thing. I didn't have the wisdom to store that check. It was 1,375 rupees after a Jazz by the Bay show at South Bombay, which is now Pizza by the Bay. And so everyone in the room was my friend. Everybody, I knew everybody. Of course, 98%. The place was packed, and so people were impressed. The management was impressed. अरे ये नया कौन है ये कौन है ये मतलब छोटा चिड़िया who's come and packed our venue, and but everybody was a friend. So this time during the pandemic when I performed, and I ended up being the highest selling artist for some time on that platform for the digital concert. I went and they gave me a sales dashboard जिसमें सबका नाम आ गया. तो मैं बोला अरे ये तो सब मेरा दोस्त है. So again, very emotional. Very emotional, and I remember my first show because everybody was a friend. I was dedicating songs to everybody. So digital concert after 20 years, and I knew everybody because वो dashboard से मेरे को सबका नाम मिल गया Excel file में. So during that digital concert, I dedicated songs to everybody, and some of them couldn't believe it because, you know, I played for some Harley Davidson riders in Daman, and so some guy meets me and he follows me on Facebook or Instagram, and he bought tickets, but he didn't know that in the back end all his details were coming to me. तो वो अपना बड़ा वाइड स्क्रीन टीवी में अपना फैमिली के साथ देख रहा है, बोलता है ये मेरा दोस्त है ना, एंड देन ही चैटेड विद मी लेटर एंड ही टोल्ड मी ऑल ऑफ दीस थिंग्स. मैं उनको बोला कि ये मेरा दोस्त है. नन ऑफ देम बिलीव्ड हिम, ये तुम्हारा दोस्त है. तो व्हेन आई डेडिकेटेड द सॉन्ग टू हिम एंड आई स्पोक अबाउट So when I spoke about how bike rides can be therapeutic and how bike rides can bring you friends, so I called out his name, Ashutosh Dwivedi, this is for you. And yeah, so his family members all looked at him and he said, you should have seen their faces. They were like, ah. So his father and mother, wife and everybody. So, you know, emotions go a long way. Only the medium changes, whether it's a room or a digital concert. If the connection is deep, that connection will last and it will stand the test of time. Anyway, long answer for a short question.
All right, moving on. Craziest thing you have ever done?
Craziest thing I've ever done. The thing is, see, you ask a crazy man like me the craziest thing I've ever done, I have to give you a very detailed note by note, but the craziest thing, it was also the most beautiful thing, I think. I started a friendship with somebody less than half my age, and I see how filled with talent this person is, and how, in spite of our age difference and in spite of in spite of the very contrasting lifestyles, the overlap. एक बच्ची है वो और मैं हूँ बुड्ढा, and we connected accidentally, just like that. But there is no such thing as an accident. Everything is a miracle. This conversation is a miracle. So वो बच्ची के साथ मेरा दोस्ती हो गया, and I see every day how much we have in common, and that I think is a very beautiful and crazy thing. So yeah, it could be the most beautiful and the craziest thing.
It's indeed most beautifully craziest thing.
Exactly. Thank you.
Happened.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Like I just to elaborate a little bit, I thought like, what am I going to talk about? I mean, you know, but there's so much to talk about. Like, to give you an example, she wrote a play that got staged in Mumbai, and she had a piece in it. I mean, the entire play was written by her. She had a little piece that all her friends, everybody questioned. And in one of my conversations with her, I said something and she said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Oh, what happened?" And later I discovered the reaction was because she had written that exact same thing in her play. And there's a big age difference between us. So, you know, miracles can happen at any time, and people will see crazy, but I see beauty in that. So.
Okay. So, if you can have your fans remember one thing about you, what would it be?
Oh my God. I would like them to remember my gratitude, because अभी देखिए, जॉब छोड़ दिया, आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ, अभी घर है, कपड़ा पहना हूँ, खाना खाया हूँ. So it's all because somebody bought a ticket to a show, whether it was at Jazz by the Bay 20 years ago or a digital concert on Skillbox just a few months ago, or whether it's because somebody streamed a video on YouTube, or everything is because somebody did something. So I want to be remembered as somebody who is grateful. If I'm gone, who was grateful. I think I just spoiled that, but you get what I'm saying. Yes. I would like to be remembered as a storyteller, somebody who used real life experiences to share and inspire and not just entertain, because entertainment is easy. I'm interested in making a bigger impact, and that impact doesn't have to necessarily be in my bank account or in somebody's shadi or in some Bollywood movie. If somebody was gonna, let's say, somebody had a very stupid thing that he or she was about to do, and that person stopped doing that because of a song that the person heard. And if I'm the singer, that's my biggest achievement. So money is not everything.
Exactly, money is not everything. Absolutely. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
More patience, less anger.
Okay, that was quick.
because that's I know I'm very aware.
ओके, ठीक है. अब आप हमको टू ये बताइए कि आप एक मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर भी हैं.
हाँ,
ठीक है.
हाँ.
सो अगर
From time to time, very honestly, ऐसा नहीं है कि my calendar is full of motivational talks, but हाँ बोलिए.
But we have seen. So अगर जाने से पहले आप अगर हमारे व्यूअर्स को कुछ एडवाइस दे सकें टू फॉलो देयर पैशन, तो अच्छा हो जाएगा उनके लिए.
हाँ, तो I will say that खुद को जानिए please, because we often become a victim of parental control, societal control. So the 5 people that you are going to spend the maximum amount of time with, the 5 people that you talk to every day, will influence you. Sometimes we don't have control over these 5 people. If you live in a city like Bombay and you are 21 years old, you may have 4 roommates or 5 roommates. So then you're talking to them every day.
Exactly.
And if they tend to be negative people, then you're ruined anyway. So choose very wisely. So these 5 people will influence you. Always associate yourself, like I told you. We rise or fall to the level of our association. So today, I'm here. So thank you for this conversation. So choose people that you can rise with, people who are smarter than you, people who are more talented than you, people who make you want to be better, and get to know yourself. Because I didn't know till 39 that I could act. When I auditioned, I was so stupid that I didn't even know that I'm auditioning for an acting role. I thought I'm just going to sing there because I have the range. पता चला कि वो role मेरे लिए था. And so, okay, so get to know yourself and find balance somewhere. Like, see, right now you are very passionate about what you do, and I'm not saying now find a girl and get married, but I'm just saying there has to be balance. There has to be balance. Like even and balance is a thing that is not just momentary. You have to keep moving to find balance, like riding a bicycle. आप खड़ा रहोगे तो गिर जाओगे. So even I am seeking that balance every day now, and some associations, some friendships are helping me find that balance, regardless of age, geography, lifestyle, or whatever. So if there is a deep connection that I feel, it brings about some change in me, and that change restores my balance. Mm-hmm. Of course, balance, like I said again, it's never ending. You have to keep investing in it. Like the balance of the universe is not like आज है तो कल भी same रहेगा. It's constantly changing.
Exactly.
So you have to keep working on it. You have to keep yourself open, your heart and mind and soul open, and it will make a difference.
Lovely. What a यही है motivation speaker. कितनी अच्छी बातें हुई हैं. क्या बात है.
I stammered so much. But
No problem. हम अपने ऑडियंस को निराश नहीं करेंगे. अब एक सिंगर का इंटरव्यू लिया है, सिंगर से बात हो रही है, तो गाना गवाए बिना तो जाने नहीं देंगे बॉस. सो टू ब्लू हमारे ऑडियंस के लिए प्लीज थोड़ा सा कुछ गा दीजिए.
ओके, ठीक है. वार्म अप नहीं किया हूँ अभी. लाइफ हैज चेंज. अभी न्यू नॉर्मल. अभी देखिए, वी आर नॉट, नन ऑफ अस आर एट 100%. तो डिस्क्लेमर. और देखिए, गिटार भी ट्यून नहीं किया हूँ, और ऐसा ट्यून करना भूल भी गया हूँ शायद. बट एनीवे, निराश नहीं करूँगा. I have a new friend today. So this is a song from many years ago. It's not my song. It's a song by a band called Mr. Big. The song is called To Be With You, and something about the song had impacted me many years ago. So I made a video about it, put it up on YouTube. तो उसका कोरस गा देता हूँ आपके लिए, ठीक है? और ज़्यादा परेशान मत होइएगा, क्योंकि ये सिर्फ कोरस है और गिटार उतना शायद ट्यून में है नहीं, पर कोशिश करता हूँ. Okay, let's see. I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you feel it too. Waiting on a line of greens and blues, just to be the next to be with you. बस आज के लिए इतना ही.
Oh, lovely man, seriously.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I witnessed the amazing thing today.
Thank you.
On that note, thank you so much to Blue
Thank
for
you.
accepting my invitation and being a part of my
Thank
show.
you. It's an honor. Thank you.
To all my audience and the viewers out there, request प्लीज़ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिएगा, लाइक करिए, शेयर करिए, कमेंट करिए, and don't miss this fun episode and more fun episodes coming. And do follow Tublu on his Instagram. I'll share the link in the description link below.
Support kar lo, bhai. This has been a very bad year, so may we all rise from where we are. That's the beauty about rock bottom. इधर से तो ऊपर ही जा सकते हैं बस. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Tublu.
Thank you, man.